This is kind of how I feel right now. I really kind of got nothing. We all heard that Iwata Satoru died recently, and I'm kind of worried about where Nintendo's going to go. And I don't really know what's going to happen with a lot of that, but that's not really important right now. Almost all of my collectibles are from Nintendo. Almost all of my console games are for a Nintendo of one kind or another. Almost all of the games that I played when I was younger were on a Nintendo. I did have a Sega Genesis phase for a long time. But, you know, other than that, I haven't really owned any other consoles. I did have an Xbox a while back, and I don't have any more figures to put out here, so sorry. I really would have had gameplay video for this instead, but I can't really use anything because Nintendo will just steal it, and I'm not cool with that. Everyone has said it so far, and I'm going to say it again. Iwata said that his business card says that he's a CEO, but that in his head he's a game designer, and in his heart he's a gamer. And that's one of those things that I am going to miss most about him. He helped create most of the gaming that I've done in the last 10 years. He gave us the Wii U. He gave us the DS. The 3DS is, you know, essentially just the same thing, but I'm worried that that's not going to come around anymore. I'm worried that the next CEO isn't going to be the kind of guy that will hold a banana as he's the public face of the company and engage in silly CGI fights with Reggie. That he won't be the kind of guy that gets turned into a puppet and then a bunny rabbit. I'm worried that he's not going to be replaced by the kind of guy that has enormously long interviews with devs of games that we all love. I mean, his Iwata Asks columns are so much fun to read. I mean, like recently, you know, you could have read his interview with the Zelda devs or with the Xenoblade devs as they talk about, I mean, stuff you would just never know about. I mean, this is the guy that made Kirby, and although I don't really like Kirby, a lot of people do. And even though I may not like Kirby, I can look at the gameplay and say, wow, this is really incredible gameplay. And I'm worried that the next person that leads Nintendo isn't going to have that same type of gaming joy that Iwata had. Not really sure why I'm like so emotional about this, because I mean, honestly, I only really started becoming interested in the kinds of things that he did with last year's E3, because last year's E3 stuff that Nintendo did was just a joy to watch and behold. And unfortunately, it's been in the years since then that his health has declined, and he hasn't been doing the Nintendo Directs that I was hoping to watch. And that really makes me very upset and sad as a gamer and someone who follows gaming news and thinks about these things too much. I did go to Nintendo's offices today, and I made this chintzy little thing. I took a banana eraser and I stuck it on a Mario amiibo. Incidentally, the only Mario amiibo I've ever bought, I bought today just for that. And then when I took it down, and there were a bunch of flowers there. There was also a little mushroom like the ones from Super Mario Brothers there on the ground. Someone from NeoGaf had brought by a note and left it there. And I left my token of appreciation there. I couldn't find any incense, so and this is really perhaps bad, I left a pair of Pocky that, is upright, so that if you look at it, you can tell yourself it's incense and go, oh yeah, it's incense. And I even made sure it was pink Pocky, so that or strawberry Pocky, so that it's kind of like recognizing Kirby. And I partly did that because, I don't really do much, and I have a lot of time on my hands, and I know there's a lot of people that would have wanted to have gone there to do something and couldn't. And so I hope that by doing that I could kind of do that on you guys' behalf, because what he's done in this world has been important to a lot of us, and I just wanted to try to do what I could to make things, to create a token that could maybe hold everyone else's feelings and sadness for them there. Anyway, anyway.